What's up guys, it's Pike, aka the Cali Coach, back with another video. Now, as some of you already know, this channel is mostly dedicated about calisthenics. Now, if you're looking to get started with calisthenics training, then today's episode is definitely for you, because I'm gonna explain how you can get started with calisthenics training, and also at the end of this video I'm gonna share with you a full week program that you can do as a beginner to get started straight away. Now, if you're already training calisthenics, that doesn't matter, because I included a lot of valuable tips in this video that will make you progress even faster, so make sure to keep on watching also. And with that being said, let's get this video started. So I've divided this process into 3 main steps, and the first step that I have for you is master your basics first. Now, it doesn't matter if you already have some fitness experience or just a complete beginner. When you start with calisthenics, it's important that you can do the fundamental bodyweight exercises such as the push-ups, the pull-ups and the dips with clean form. What I suggest is that you record yourself doing these moves and will correct it from there on. Once you're able to do at least 25 clean push-ups, 10 clean pull-ups and 15 clean dips, then I would say you can move on to harder calisthenics progressions and implement them in your workout plan. Now, besides the strength that you will gain from doing these fundamental exercises, this will also be very beneficial to understand the movement patterns of these exercises. It's very important that you recognize which muscles engage in each exercise, because when you train with your body as leverage, it will be harder to isolate certain muscle groups. Calisthenics is also known as a compound way of training. Let me give an example of this. When you want to work out your chest, you can do dumbbell presses, so you're gonna lay down on a bench and your upper body will do most of the work, especially your chest will be activated. There will be no engagement in your legs or in your lower body. But when you do a push-up, which is also a great chest exercise, you will engage your chest and your tricep, but you will also indirectly activate your glutes and squeeze your core. Now, that's what I mean a compound movement. And for that reason, it is important that you understand which muscles you are using in each exercise. Moving on, we get step number 2, which is define your goal. Just as any other sport, you start off with a goal in mind. Otherwise, you will just end up with no specific results at all. So what I recommend for you to do is write down your short and your long-term goals. For me, when I started calisthenics, my goals were to get stronger and get more body control. After multiple years of training, I developed enough strength to focus more on the calisthenics skills. So a quick recap of this second tip would be, start with a goal in mind. Your goal can be building muscle, lose fat, get stronger, learn a calisthenics skill, but write it down and make sure you adapt these goals in your training's methods. Now, moving on, I got my third and last step for you guys, which is work on your mobility and flexibility. Now, this crucial factor is often forgotten, but it's a very important key to improve even faster and safer. As a lot of you beginners have very tight muscles, this can cause injury, so if you stretch, you will loosen up that muscle and prevent it. Also, having better mobility will translate into better exercise techniques, such as deeper range of motion and stronger body positions. A good way to implement stretching in your training schedule would be doing an evening stretch routine, or just do a stretch follow along routine on your rest days. For example, a person that wants to learn the handstand hold need to have a good shoulder mobility. You can easily test your shoulder mobility by pulling your arm backwards as far as possible with a straight arm and without arching your back. Also, stretching will help reduce your soreness after your training and even speed up your recovery. As we use mostly our body during these movements, it's important that you have very flexible and loose joints and muscles. This will guarantee max results in your training. So there you have 3 of the most important steps to keep in mind when starting calisthenics, and as promised, I will now share with you a full week of training that you can do as a beginner to get into calisthenics. So the split method that I recommend for beginners would be an upper-lower core split. This means you have 3 training days a week and 4 rest days. As a beginner, this should be a well-balanced schedule. So now let's say Monday is your first workout day and you're gonna do upper body. I want you to perform 4 different exercises and repeat each exercise for 3 times. The first exercise you're gonna do is a pike hold for 10 seconds. Moving on, you're gonna do incline push-ups for 10 repetitions. The third exercise are knee push-ups, again 10 repetitions. And the fourth and last exercise will be bench dips, again 10 repetitions. So on Tuesday we will take a rest day, and on Wednesday we will train the lower body. We will adapt the same principle of doing 4 different exercises and repeat them each for 3 times. So the first exercise that we're going to do are chair squats for 12 repetitions. Moving on, I'm going to do bodyweight lunges. Now I want you to aim for 10 repetitions on each leg. The third exercise that we're going to do for our lower body will be a squat hold. Aim for 30 seconds and make sure you keep that 90-degree angle. So now we got the last exercise of this lower body workout, and this will be glute bridge. Aim for 10 clean repetitions. Now on Thursday we will take another rest day, and on Friday we will hit the core. Now we're gonna adapt the same principle again of doing 4 different exercises and repeat them all 3 times. The first exercise will be knees to elbows for 20 seconds. Try to pull your knee as far as possible, but make sure you keep your body straight. The second exercise will be crunches for 20 seconds. Moving on to the third exercise, we're going to do laying leg raises. Now when you do this exercise, try to keep your legs straight and push your lower back to the ground. And this brings us to the fourth and last exercise of this core workout, which will be Russian twists, again 20 seconds. So there you go, this is how a full week of training can look like for a calisthenics beginner. I will also drop the full training notes in the description box so you can easily copy and save that. I hope you found this video useful, and I encourage some of you guys that are watching right now to start your own calisthenics journey. And if you have any more questions, then feel free to drop them in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram. I'll be happy to reply to that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like this content. I really appreciate any one of you that's been a part of the family already. And without further ado, I'll see you next week with a new video.